Good morning, my beautiful people. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, it's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Who remembers that? Oof, all right. Yesterday rolled over, right? That was actually pretty cool. I managed to get some shorts in the afternoon there. 15-minute FEG there. But just finally aiming for that 800 level. And then I actually put that order in and then I went to my workout. It got filled while the gym. Best possible way. And then, what do? It came all the way down to this interesting 15-minute here, hourly. We held, which does make sense. Like, that just tends to happen. Okay. Now, are we bullish, bearish, or neutral? Let me know, chat. Honestly, on the daily, I still have those highs that I want. All the way up here. But doesn't mean we're going to get them today. Doesn't mean that we're going to get them this week. So I'll have to adjust. Okay, so what do we have? Monday, doji candle. Tuesday, Wednesday down. Thursday back up. Friday probably going to end up back up. Where's previous day low? We won't get to previous day low. That's too much. Oh, I think that should stay intact if we're going to be bullish, right? Oh, interesting, actually. ES stopped right at Monday's low. PDL, previous day low. Okay. Four hour. We might. I don't know. Probably rather not take out that low, but it totally could. Because there's a FEG below it. Put out some previous low I had a while ago. Okay. And sell side. It's like yesterday's afternoon low. Look at this hourly. All right. We have some tea. Delicious. See what this says? It says, mess with the hammo and you get the slammo. I used to have a hamster that looked just like this. He lived to be 3 years old. It's pretty old for a hamster. Like 3.5. Spoiled him. So. So we have that minor sell side marked down the 4 hour. On the hourly, do I see much? Not really. We had that gap up, new day opening gap here on ES, but it filled. And dog. Right. Now we got here, hourly. NASDAQ doesn't really have an end dog. It's tiny. Actually, it's just a gap. The end dog is like where it closed here. Right before the open, we just started pumping, actually. See the 15 now. Nasdaq's much stronger. It's already it's taking out a pre-market high, right? London high, actually. That's where midnight open is for ES. We have a London high up here, but we also have minor buy side there. London open. No, not London open, just like midnight open around there. London high there. All right. It does seem like we left these, these are somewhat equal, rounded, equal highs. Previous day high, could totally be a target. Probably an easier first target for bullish and we hold bullishness. What if at the open we just pop up and we keep running? That typically happens on Mondays, honestly. Okay. Let's see. Previous day high, previous day low marked out. And we're ready for the open. Let's see what the chat has voted. What'd you guys vote for? 49% bullish. Makes sense. Let's see. It's the open. We'll keep it on the 15. I'm also bullish biased. Ooh. 39% bearish. It's still pretty big. Neutral is 20. Good morning, Bob. FYI, London high on ES is exactly at the weekly open. Oh, it's a good point. Bob, that's a really good point. Thanks. So if we're bullish, we want it to end above the weekly open. So that's actually a pretty good confluence of levels. Maybe as a target. Where's weekly open for NASDAQ? It's around previous day high, actually. It's not exactly like ES, though. Okay. What do we do? Equal highs? We don't need that. That's from yesterday. Okay. All right. Who's ready to rumble? Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum bum. Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum bum. There's no red folder news. It's all yellow. Some housing index. We have FOMC speakers at 10:50. Yucky. 11. Ooh. Okay. I think I said this yesterday, but I watched the season finale of White Lotus. I'm still not over it. Of the second season. I'm not happy. Tiny says, okay, like that teacher in South Park. Okay. Should I watch South Park? I don't really watch it. I watched the Ozempic special. That was funny. Morning. Good morning. Today's OPEC. I like OPECs. Missing the flute. Yeah, let me know if Fernando has a sound. Thankfully, you guys, it's a little bit quiet, so you guys, it's not picking up. I didn't do much. I just fiddled with the window, but it is definitely windy, or if not windier than yesterday. Ooh. I think I just need a new seal on the window, maybe? I don't know. Definitely also there's a draft that comes in. My office is colder than all the other rooms, but I never really cared too much because You want to be colder room to concentrate more. That's why all those offices are super cold, right? Also, they save money on their electricity. Okay, so far we didn't really get much for the bulls here. Actually, the opposite. Nasdaq swept London high. ES rejecting, not even getting to this minor buy side. I don't really see much for, well, Nasdaq here at 8:30 did wick midnight open a lot, so it's kind of good for the bull case, but we need to see follow through, right? They're like wildly different. Okay. Nasdaq's actually stronger this morning, so if I'm long bias, and I am long bias, I'd rather long Nasdaq, so I'm gonna write bullish bias, long NQ. So essentially, if I take anything else other than that today, like, yikes, I don't want to be doing that. There's no bullish setup, then I just won't take anything. You can bully me if I do. Accountability. I think bullying is okay sometimes, Accountability. Sometimes bullying works. Like if your friends keep bullying you about you gotta get a haircut, maybe you should get a haircut. My brother never wants to get a haircut. Or trim his beard. Drives my parents crazy whenever they see him. So for Christmas, I actually bought him a beard trimmer. Like an expensive, like 120 brawn beard trimmer. He was like, oh, this is better than the one I have now, so that's good. It's like 3-hour battery. Taking the shower, whatever. 50 settings. Motions, whatever, detected. Hopefully he trims his beard more often. Yeah, for real, I'm serious. He probably didn't like as much as last year. Last year I got him like Rock ruffles, chocolates. Someone said accountability word. Vamos, Tanyasita. Vamos, Perry, the boy wolf. Girl, how old is he? He's older than me. He just doesn't want it. He works in tech, so he doesn't need to look presentable, I guess. I don't know, tech bros. They're just wearing their t-shirts and jeans and whatever. Hoodies. Their barefoot shoes. Is my brother a trader? No. No. He's an electrical engineer. Hardware designer type thing. BTC is in the process of major upgrades on the we'll see. Yeah, we're barcoding. That's true, Stammy. You're waiting for 10 a.m. 10 a.m. there's no high impact news though, so I wouldn't hold my breath. What if today the Supreme Court randomly just releases whether tariffs are illegal or not? Would you go on a blind date with anyone? No, that sounds like, dangerous. It's my phone. Here it is. But do the alerts work now, I hope? Crossing up. Alert. Will it work? Crossing up. Yeah. Have some more chai. Yeah, ES not looking great, right, on this 15. And Nasdaq too. That first 15-minute candle closes in 5 minutes. Doesn't look too convincing. You know, I said, maybe we'll just start the open and just run up and continue, but no. Didn't happen. That's more of a Monday thing, apparently, you know. So, unfortunately, maybe that's the bearish case then. Which honestly, I don't really want to participate in. Like I said, I just want to do bullishness. Maybe ES comes back into the end dog. Maybe some SMT at a low also, and then we go back higher. I don't know. But we can watch to see how this unfolds. I'll tape read it. So far, there's not even any first presented FEG of the day, so that shows like pretty disgusting price action because there's no imbalances anywhere, not even on the 1 minute. Now, ES got bought up at the 8:30 low, right at the open. We go back below 8:30 low, it's not going to look good. It's probably going to then drop to here. So I'll tape read that at least. Maybe this is developing the first presented FEG of the day now. We'll see how this candle closes. We're below 9:30 open for ES. Sad. It's a sad day here. How are your New Year's resolutions coming along, by the way? It's January 16th. The gym yesterday was like the most people I've seen. Actually. Let me know, what's your New Year's resolution? Someone stuffed the window with a towel, is it? Uh-oh. Is it picking up? It doesn't sound too loud, though. Let me know, Christina. Nice job, George. Tanya, which male influencer trader is your fave? That's such a weird question. Why male? I don't know, I can't say. I don't want to start any drama. So this is the first presented FEG here and here. Stopped right before it on ES. Oh no, she's dropping. G-Trade says yeah, you picked up golf recently, right? Hopefully the weather clears up so you can get out there again soon. I know. I've been just at the simulator. But, simulated golf is like simulated trading. It's not the real thing. And you could definitely fool yourself thinking that you're better than you actually are. When you actually get to the real thing. It's exactly that way. Because hitting off of a mat is a lot easier and more forgiving than hitting off of with grass. So broke below 830 low. Let's see how this goes. I don't really see any FEG. It's just kind of crazy. Yeah, I said I wouldn't short it. It's also just too sloppy for me to short here, even if I wanted to, really. See what NASDAQ does. No, I need to mark out maybe some pre-market lows and stuff like that, maybe. I think NASDAQ just rebalanced to I don't know. Okay, looks different on my. I guess does MNQ look different? Oh yeah, it does. MNQ rebalanced this FEG. Interesting. Okay. Did I want to mark out? Oh yeah, pre-market low. Pre-market low for ES, which I think now is in its first presented FEG. Wicked it at first, but it looks pretty strong. This is what this market does. It's like, bro, you can't stay in one position for too long. Thing is, here on the hourly, I think this is high. 783.25, what's this low? 784, whatever. It's pretty much only like 3 ticks of a FEG. Pretty rebalanced to this guy here. So we could just stay strong, but this hourly is not looking that great, right? See on ES. Yeah. The 5-minute took out London high, and 15-minute also. There's that divergence with ES. So all I see is the bearish side right now. There's no shift to go bullish. Unfortunately. Would have been more fun if it was bullish today. Still could turn into it. Maybe we need to take some sell side first. What do you guys think? Is the low of the day in? Let me know what you think. Doesn't really seem like it to me. I wouldn't bet on it. Go vote while we wait for a setup. So, wild there. MNQ actually did come back into this little FEG here, bearish, and then dropped off. Well, ES looked stronger. It's definitely a little weird because, Nasdaq started off stronger. And I really don't like when I see those rotations. So it might be like an OPEX, kind of happens during OPEX. Options expiry. Oh no, the 941 Sibi didn't tag you. Sorry. Guess NQ tapped it into a tiny bit in IOFED, but MNQ came back again. You just bounced on midnight open on Nasdaq. Yeah, I agree. Swiffle Trump says tough because Nasdaq is above midnight and ES isn't. Maybe if Nasdaq closes below midnight, that could help out. I don't know. I'm bullish, so I don't really want that to happen too much. But let's tape read this, right? We rejected from there. Now we have another bearish FEG there. It's wicking. Yeah, most people voted no. The low of the day is not in yet. Yeah, I believe so. I believe that. See what it does. Get tricky here. Did we have another big move during London session today? The Asia and London, yeah. Right? Because we closed here yesterday. So Asia and London basically expanded 150 points. It's London low here. London went up 77 points, not too much, but Asia expanded. The ES looks wildly different. Like during London session, ES dropped off. Nasdaq held. It actually went higher, so that's kind of wild to me to see. Okay. And I hate that, right? We hate that when we see ES and Nasdaq acting uncorrelated. This morning, though, they're pretty okay. Right, let's see what we got here. What am I doing? Oh, let's see. RTH, someone said. Oh, yeah, let's see the gap up. That's a good point. Good point. What I would hate is just a slow bleed down. I'd rather us show some sort of like sweep and reversal here. but we might not get that. Okay, we closed here. We opened here. We're almost at 50% of that gap fill for NASDAQ. Closed here, opened here. And same thing for ES. Yeah, I think we'll fill the gap. Honestly, if we remain weak, yeah, I can see it because there's that minor sell side below. All right, let's see what's going on here. We're below the London low and pre-market low for NASDAQ, and it's really not looking good. It's looking very weak. The hourly, yeah, damn. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Congrats if you ended up shorting. I definitely was too chicken, and it's just not my pre-market plan. Also, it was definitely sloppy. Okay, let's see here. Oh, she's dropping after she did not, like I said, close below that pre-market low. We really rapidly dropped in 2 minutes. That's actually kind of crazy. Maybe I should do some momentum trading sometime. 40 points in 2 minutes. Okay. It's really just bleeding, so I don't know. Kind of want to just see how this hourly closes in the next 5 minutes and see if ES closes below this little volume imbalance / end dog. If it closes below the volume imbalance, it's not great. It's actually a wild candle. Yeah, might have to flip bullish. I mean bearish soon. There's that minor sell side here, RTH gap, SMT. He needs to prove it to me though. Like I said, I'll see what this hourly does. We'll see. It's just no fun being a bear sometimes, but sometimes it is fun. I mean, definitely this drop is huge in 3 minutes. Congrats if you ended up taking that short after we really, like I said, I wanted it to have a nice sharp reversal from there. We were looking weak, very weak. Congrats if you took that short. So now we have giant 15-minute FEG. This humongous leg down. So I have all these like breaker blocks, essentially, bearish breakers. Okay. Let's see how we end up panning out here. Yeah, ES looking sad. Looking real sad. Now we're just flat on the day. That whole gap has been filled on ES. NASDAQ pretty much close to it. Right? NASDAQ only up 0.15%. Let's check out those heat maps. Kind of interesting videos up. Nothing's really standing out to me on the heat map wise. Okay. See what happens here. ES got that gap fill in, so I don't really need this. Okay. NASDAQ, and it's also below this, so I don't really need that anymore. Okay. See what happens after it hits that minor sell side. On the 4-hour, the bullish FEG is actually above that. Okay. Well, I mean below that. It's around 50%. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find any short. It's definitely too late. So I'd rather, and also, like I said, my game plan was long. So I'll just see what happens. Do we take that minor sell side on ES yesterday's afternoon low? Will we have some divergence? It doesn't even seem like it. It feels like NASDAQ's just gonna drop another 50 points in a couple minutes. And then are we gonna reach into here for ES? See NASDAQ. Same thing. We have this 4-hour here. Seems like it will. I don't think I need. But we'll see. Does it get to this sell side? Probably will. Let's see. Probably will, because there's like equal lows there. These two equal lows, right? Pretty equal. So it does, if it retraces deeply and it doesn't hit this, then maybe I'll look for a short towards that. But only if it gives like a good setup there on the, it has to be really like good setup. 15-minute, 1-minute break in structure type vibe. Otherwise, if it just goes towards that, those sell sides, I'm just going to continue looking for some bullish shift. Can't be too early. This is what happens when, people, if they were trying to catch a falling knife or buy the dip, that's why I don't do that. But some people might have tried to, buy versus this low here now. Okay, let's see here. We just mark out. Actually, we'll just wait. If it retraces, and I'll start drawing the fib. I don't think I need this anymore. I'll just mark out the RTH gap fill. line. This is just where we closed. So here. It's an opening range gap fill. Maybe not the RTH gap because the RTH gap is already filled there, but let's see. Yesterday's close. Okay, looks like it is starting to retrace. From here to here, I'll draw a fib. I mean, I literally could retrace that much because all of those bearish breakers, like London low, could retest it. Pre-market low for ES, maybe. Which one is weaker? Forgot. I think ES, right? Let's take a look. Yeah, ES slightly weaker. Maybe it's best to short ES. But like I said, alright, I'm gonna write it down now. My plan is that only if short only if 15 and M1 align, M15 FG and M1 MSS. There, now that's part of a potential plan. Also, it would need to be in the premium. Definitely retracing. But we're below midnight open on NASDAQ as well now, so it really doesn't look too good for the bull side anymore, right? We stay below midnight open for NASDAQ, 8:30 open for ES. Shorts ideas still alive. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully maybe now there's a deep retracement. We'll see. Here, yeah, you have mitigation blocks for ES, or some people would say support turned resistance, right? And for NASDAQ, it's breaker blocks because it took out a high first, then took out the low. But the thing is, these breakers are a little higher than these lows, but yeah, okay. Yeah, but here. Right around midnight open, so we'll see. Marked out my levels. And this idea is only kind of alive, the short idea, because ES left those yesterday's afternoon low. But anyway, if we end up inverting, then I'll flip back long. I'm fine with that. Okay, cool. Plan is in. Let's see. 50. Even see if this 15-minute ends up being the FEG, by the way, for ES. What if it doesn't? Oh. We have a 5-minute here, so let's see how we'll react. Retracing deeply. Yes, definitely the leader there on the retracement. I think whatever happens in the next 5 minutes will be important. The next 15 minutes, 15 minutes. We'll find out whether we reject this area for ES. Yeah. I ran out of tea. I feel like I gotta do some push-ups to pump myself up. Pump it up. Pump. I need some water. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm back. And you had time because I said that the next 15 minutes would be the rejection, right? Still got like 3 minutes until this candle's done. Some people are already short. Hello, hi, chair, hi. Oh, the chair, he took care of business while it's gone. This is done here. Bears and Bull. What kind of tea did I have? English breakfast tea. First time I tried that in a while, honestly. Typically, for black tea, I'll go with chai. Like in the morning, first time I had black tea, but like I had a little tickle in my throat, So I was like, okay, let me have some tea. And I don't want to have an herbal tea in the morning because it might make me sleepy or something. Okay, we did not retrace to 50% yet, so we're still creating this 15-minute. See what happens here. But we did retest pre-market low for ES. Maybe that's all I needed. I don't know. We'll find out. If I missed it, it's okay. I just don't want to be chasing and it comes back up again. I wrote down what I would write. Short only if in premium. M15 and M1 align in premium, so I still have to wait for that. Okay. Nasdaq weaker now. Spooky. The hourly's wild. 10 a.m. open is down there. I am open. Maybe we'll bounce there. I don't know. Oh no. It's dropping. It's fine. Okay. I'll be relieved if it gets to that sell side if they don't get in because, like, I still have my long situation. And then maybe it leaves that buy side. I don't know. Alright, so now ES just formed 15-minute FEG here. NASDAQ, weaker. Also, it formed a big 15-minute FEG. Big gun. Big guy. This green area is just the end dog. The difference between the close and then the open at 6 on NASDAQ, just in case people are wondering. ES already, like, disrespected that a while ago. I don't need it anymore because I kind of flipped my bias for now. NASDAQ made a new low, ES didn't. For me to go long, though, like, let's say we come back up, I'm not gonna think it's long. Think that it's a manipulation or something here, or, you know, just a retracement of 15-minute. If it's before we hit, like, this minor sell side. So, as long as we don't hit this minor sell side yet, I'm gonna stay bearish. If we hit it, then I'm gonna go back to the bullish potential. We're below 10 a.m. open. No. How much we dropped so far today? Well, not bad. 184. Pretty good. What's the range? 184 points on the day. What's the daily ATR? 54 and 324. Okay. All right. Someone said, is Twitter down, chat? Is it? Is it? Mine's, oh wait, it's loading. Buffering. It is. No. Uh-oh, it is. It's down. Congrats to the bears there. Nasdaq a lot bearish. Okay. She's going. She's going for it. Let's see. Okay, that minor sell side taken. Let's see it actually go into here. Yeah. Okay, cool. This and this. These stacked equal lows, right? Okay. Just taken on the NASDAQ. Let's see how we react here into this hourly, 4-hour FEG. Yeah, same thing, minor sell side taken. So like I said, now all I'm looking for is longs again. Okay, long only, and probably long NASDAQ. Even though it did turn weaker. I think Nvidia is still strong. I think the Nvidia is still green on the day. Yeah. Okay. Four-hour low swept. For me to flip bullish, though, I would need inversions on like the 2 and the 3 at least. I would want us to come back above 10 a.m. open. Yeah. So like the 3 mids up here and the 2 as well. 3 looks cleaner. Cool. Right. I'll put an alert there. Yeah, I think that's fair. Now I have to think about whether, long ES or NQ. Decisions. NASDAQ just delivers faster. If they're the same thing, I'll just take the NASDAQ. Get the heat map. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll probably just take the NASDAQ. I wrote down long NQ down here, so. What would that look like if we inverted that? I would have to take, I know that would be a big stop, so I would have to take a lot smaller contracts, probably just like 4 or something. 5, 6 micros. Okay. For an aggressive entry, right? It would be 6 micros. I don't know what I would... I would probably take standard deviations or something. But yeah, I would probably hold them bullish. Okay. 5 micros would be the... Okay. Would be the aggressive entry. If I don't go in on a retracement. Which honestly, it's longing in a discount, so I feel like I'd be comfortable doing that. We'll see how this pans out. So far, so good. It does look like pretty good. A reversal forming, right? Okay. Cool. Have a drink of water. I didn't close above that area yet, so maybe it's rejecting for another sweep of something. Maybe an S&T. Definitely not what you want to see, though, if you're gonna long. Okay. So, happy I waited. Ideally, this 15-minute close is like a wick. We'll see in the next 3 minutes. So far, it's not looking that amazing. What do you guys think? Be careful, Asia from yesterday still in play. Really? You think so? I don't know. That's below the 4 hour. I'm being careful. I'm putting like a lot of. I'm saying I need to see a specific change in structure. So I don't think that previous day low will happen. I think that would. I'm not bearish. Same thing with ES. ES didn't even invert on the 3. I didn't even notice. It did not. A tiny guy here. Let's see if ES starts to pick up and maybe NASDAQ will follow. But ideally you want NASDAQ leading. See, 49% of the chat was bullish at the open today. I was bullish too. We just didn't get anything yet. Might end up being later in the day that it shifts higher. I would be ready for that. We'll see. We still have 1050 macro potential. Someone said some background music would be great. Let me whip out the sax. Behind me. The saxophone. Yeah, that 15-minute looks sad. It doesn't look wiki, so no momentum up for a reversal. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. There's nothing for me to do except for wait for long, so what does chat think? Let me know what your New Year's resolutions are. Thanks, Elite Trader NQ. Yeah, I know. My Fund of Futures doesn't use, they kind of just, put a 0% code for everybody. So the only thing that, if you want to support the channel, use my code. Because they're just not really giving coupon codes. Sadly. Someone said longs might be cooked. Yeah, they might be cooked. We'll see. Bigfoot 7K says his resolution 2026 is to get a funded account and to stop effing around with this 2000 account. Alright, that's a good resolution. Church Traders says his New Year's resolution is to just stick to NASDAQ until he gets profitable. Valid. What time are the macros? 10:50 to 11:10. 9:50 to 10:10. You're really no good. No bueno here. I mean, we are still in the 4 hour here. 15 was very bearish. Below the minor sell side. Yeah, longs might be cooked. There's no long setup at all since this morning, which is good. Like, if you came in with a bias, you could keep safe. It's not like it tricked people, unless they were just like really too like trying to time it too early. ICT says pay the trader. Nice. Hi, ICT. What is RTH, regular trading hours? Oh no, Jeremiah. Oh no. Okay. Longs are cooked today. Yeah, we're down to 0.24% and 0.2%. Where's previous day low at this point? It's pretty low. Yeah. Still don't think. I think maybe still something could happen here. Legend has it she's still waiting for her longs. Okay. Alright. So, like I said, gotta stay patient. Let me know what your New Year's resolution, everyone else. I'm still reading. The Supreme Court did not rule anything yet for the tariffs. They're just delayed, or they said that was the earliest it could have happened, and they just decided not to rule it. And they didn't send anything out yet. Rest in peace to the Bulls today. I'm gonna put on my bear hat. Put on the bear hat. Tiny Highlight Thursday, 9:50 a.m. First presented FEG, and today's at 9:41. I had the 9:41 marked out here. Yeah. See, yesterday. 9:41 here, top there. MNQ actually came back again. Yesterday's Thursday. I have it here. 9:50 a.m. Sure. I marked out this one though. At 9:34. Ah, crazy. Crazy. Where are we at right now, chat? Damn, we're below that 4 hour. It looks really grim. Izzy asks me what's my first step when I open the charts on New York Open. Can I list my steps? I think that you should literally just go to the beginning of today's stream and you'll see exactly what I do. But I start on the daily typically, but most of the time 4 hours is fine, because especially later in the week. The beginning of the week, start off in the weekly. Then you go daily, but basically 4 hour. And then hourly. Okay. Damn. I'm fine with this. Not having I didn't have the bias, so I didn't take a trade. Monday, break even. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday wins. Friday, no trade. Yeah. We don't know. This guy's just dying. Call your mom. Rest in peace to anybody that's trying to buy a falling knife. Curiosity said his New Year's resolution is 6-7. Wow. That meme, actually, kudos to that meme. That's lasted a while now. Typically, 6-7, the memes don't last that long. It's been going on for a couple months now, I feel like. Or maybe it just feels that long. NVIDIA has turned... Oh, it's still not red. Yeah, she looks sad. Maybe the retracement is in the afternoon. We had a lot of levels here at 10 a.m. Even if we do have like a little bit of a retracement, it could just chop for a while. Like where I have my levels for what I want to go long are way up higher, so way higher. Since it's like a 4-hour point of interest, I'd really just want to go off a 5-minute or 3. And the swing high's all the way up here, right? We're gonna make a new swing high. That's how weak we've been. And I'd want to come back above this green zone, the 4-hour. Like, it could go past it and just wick it. Like, we've had that plenty of times. Especially on NASDAQ. You can still end up a wick. It's like a while until the 4 hours closed. 2 p.m. And then by then I would know. It was a 10:50 macro loading, maybe. Maybe since we had a huge drop, I don't know. Maybe a small retracement. I don't know. Or maybe it dumps more. Do all Fridays markets fall usually? No. I don't know what that kind of question is. Yeah, I also have that question about the 934. I had the first presented fair value gap yesterday at 934, not 950. JP is asking me, any suggestions on what to do in New York City this weekend? Just stay in because it's cold outside. Go to like a museum though. Museum of Natural History. I love that one. That's like my favorite. The Met is always great. The Intrepid. The Intrepid is like half outside, so it's gonna be cold. Go to restaurants. I don't know if you like Broadway plays. There's that. The Great Gatsby. Yeah. Yeah, X is down for me too. What's gonna happen to this 1050 macro, chat? The hourly's about to close. It would be ideal for this hourly to actually close like a wick. That would be nice. NASDAQ. Oh, it has a small, lower hourly here. So does ES. I don't really trust that the low is in yet. I'm working with 4-hour time frame. I need to see like shifts on 5-minute, 3-minute at least. 5-minute, most likely. Remember on Tuesday when I did that and waited for the 5-minute and then ended up being pretty good. And then held through a nasty wick, 50-point wick to the downside, but didn't stop me out because I kept my stop at the swing low. What does chat think? Let me know what you think, chat. Give you one more minute to vote. Okay, ending the poll. 200 votes. Up 51%, down 28%, chop 21%. Most people think up. So far, it just tapped into this little 5-minute imbalance. It does not look too pretty. I think you can chop around. You guys think that the low of the day is in? Alright, vote, 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 vote. I think we could go slightly up just right now, but we could just kind of chop here. I would want us to have a couple inversions on the 5, or like maybe it would ideally make a 5-minute high and then break it here, around here. I'd rather us like kind of chop here maybe, and then have a 5-minute high be created here, and then when we invert, go back up. That's kind of all I'm seeing. I do think, see, it's OPEX. We had a big move during the morning session. We could, can kind of accumulate here. And then in the afternoon, perhaps, maybe in the SMT, and then a push back up somewhere. I don't know. Be nice. Having that little push up. Trying to look good. Four minutes until this 5-minute closes. It has time to create some inversions, right? Be nice. Not, then maybe later in the afternoon. It does. That can serve as a 5-minute high. See what it does here. We just like a pretty big bullish FEG left by NASDAQ and ES. Let's see if it bounces from there. Have to do that now to remain strong and to invert now. It doesn't really look like it. It would be better if it whipped the entire thing. Let's see. In the upper half, though. Okay, let's see if it closes outside of it now. Ooh, looks better. %50 said yes, 50% said no. For the low of the day being in, that's hilarious. X6 Ron says his resolution is to end the year profitable and focus on the process. Nice. You have 5 straight to funded with Stratify. I like their straight to funded. I have those too. And you're up 10K so far this year. Nice. Hoping to expand to Lucid and Apex. Awesome. Yeah, I have the Flex accounts for Lucid and I have straight to funded for Stratify. I'm looking to take a payout on those soon. Actually, I need to check. Maybe I'm eligible for a payout now for Lucid. Remember I checked yesterday and they updated at the end of the day. What I like about Lucid is that as soon as you pass your eval, you can just click and it gives you a funded account right away, like during the trading day. You don't have to wait until the end of the trading day, so that's nice. You don't lose a whole trading day there. Oh yeah, I'm eligible to request payout. Nice. Ooh. Okay, we just closed above that. That looks good now. We have an inversion here. A wild wick on the 15. I'm not going to be chasing this up here. I do think that I could come back into the inversion just by looking at how the 15 like kind of wicked there. Wait. Oh, it's an hourly wick. Hourly wicked a ton. So yeah, we can totally retrace a little bit within this hourly wick. Oh, cool. I'm gonna make a video later. I am eligible to request the payout for Lucid. Hell yeah. Woohoo! For 5 accounts. Request payout. Oh, okay. I can take out 2,500 at least each. Alright, I'll make a video later. I wonder how quick they pay out. Oh, it's a happy Friday. Should I request the max? Yeah, because it still leaves me a buffer. I'm up. What am I? Like around 6K. So if I take out 2,500, I'll have 3.5K buffer. I can take out 2,500 times 5. Maybe I'll take out 2K. I'll take out 2K, so then I can take out 10K altogether. Woohoo! 2,500 times 5, yeah. And you guys watched it all here on the show. Okay, anyway, like I said, I'll be looking for longs this afternoon. However, I'm not going to be chasing this. One could technically just go long there and below. I have an inkling that below the day is in. But I just measured here this hourly wick. So let me see. I would just rather wait for the retracement into. See how this 5-minute looks. At least to the inversion or so. And I'll just ride it out. Especially if we make like 5-minute. Yeah, let's put up some fibs. Here to here. 50% is here. See on the 3. See, 11 a.m. 15-minute here. Hourly. 50% of that hourly is there. Literally where this like FEG is on the 5. So yeah, you do one of two things. You can kind of go in earlier, which I honestly like that idea. I do think at the low of the day is in. And then I'll just hold it. I don't mind it. It takes 6 micros. Let's see. But then that's kind of it. I wouldn't baby this. And there is that risk of potentially having another SMT and ES reaching down there. But let's see. I think we reach into the hourly for ES and NASDAQ. So I'm kind of comfortable with doing that. Yeah. Take 5 micros. Why not? Okay. So that is my position. I just positioned myself. Waited all day for the long. Let me just make sure it's a copy traded everywhere. Cool. Waited all day for longs. If I'm wrong, whatever. I took 5 micros. I did wait for everything I wanted. I wanted at least a 5-minute inversion. Maybe there's not a 5-minute high broken yet, but that could happen shortly. It could retrace lower to here, and I'd be fine with that. I'd just be like, okay, it's the hourly wick. The way we started it out, though, looks okay. Let's see. Wouldn't that be great to stop out everybody that's been holding their shorts too long? Like to here is not even that bad. It's a 1.5R. Like, where's buy side? We still have a bunch of buy side left. I don't know if we get all the way back up here, though, but honestly, the dailies have been looking crazy like that. We're below the open. Below 10 a.m. open, too. Oh, big. Okay, let me just make sure my stop loss is correct. What's this low? 91.50, sure. 89 on MNQ. What's the MNQ low? Yeah, sure. We have some smooth highs up here, so it kind of feels like that's the easy salad. That makes sense, which is 1.5R, and I'm okay with that. I am overall more bullish than that, and I could always come back later in the afternoon and find something else, but, you know, kind of just rather take what you can get in this market and not look for too much. This is around right above 50% of the retracement, too. Say ES. ES also came back to this inversion, and it's doing pretty good. Doing better than NASDAQ. You use little local high there. Let's see NASDAQ follow. That would be ideal. It would be nice to, kind of stop out people that are holding the shorts too long. Reason is 4 hour point of interest, 5-minute inversion. Sell side, bunch of sell side has been taken. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is like a 1-to-1. Yeah. To just this 10 a.m. open. So let's see how this goes. And I drink too much water. I have to go to the bathroom. We're chilling in Cedar Rapids. That's an old meme. No one would get it. Yeah, I don't need this and this. Ooh, ES is mooning. That's good. NASDAQ catch up. You got it. Kind of entering on the 1 minute, second accumulation, essentially. You could also look at it like that, right? I said, oh, it would be good for this. So it did close above. Had some more upside here. Hopefully we get some upside. We don't really want it to stop here for too long. ES is looking Gucci. Add alert crossing up. Yeah, I feel like this is stacked. Like, people would, they get stopped out here, they'll get stopped out here. You know? So anyway, what is that high? 64? 65.50? What is it on MNQ? Just want to make sure. 65.50. I'll put it a couple of ticks below. And I got to pee. Swear, every time I enter a trade, I gotta pee right after. Alright, let's see it moon. Moon, baby, moon. To be honest, we're leaving here, so that's a really good sign on the lower time frame. I think I could just, and I would want to just manage this correctly, which is, honestly, I want it to moon quickly up there. So, trailing stop. So now it's just gonna trail the stop based on like a 1 minute vibe. I do think that if it's any good, it should just continue blasting off, and hopefully I can end the stream and take my bathroom break. Okay. See if we can get to 10 a.m. open. Let's spool. Spool, baby, spool. Yes, spooling too. I like that close above previous 5 minute. Pretty much the trade is, if it comes back all the way down, I get like essentially break even. It's 10 points when I was initially risking like, what, 50 or so, 60. Come on, yes, don't be a bum. I'm trying to see where can it come back and kind of bounce off of. Would we have to be here, kind of, NASDAQ? Let's see how we react. I don't want an inversion to the downside here. That would be, like, annoying and loss of momentum. So let's see if it holds up this bullish guy. Let me see any other smaller time frame. Kiddos. It's alright. We have an OB here. Come on, I waited all day for this. Yeah, it's 15 minute. I wanted to close stronger than that. Let's see. See what happens in the next 2 minutes. I think in the 2 minute, we're kind of like in the 2 minute OB and FEG area. Is it gonna come back down on me? I'm be sad. Not really. I'm risking like $100 now. Hmm. 11:13 p.m. 11:13 a.m. Oh, man. Why are you coming back like that? Alright, I have to focus. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I don't want to get out because we didn't spool past this on ES. Deep breath. Okay, 3 minute. Never mind. I see a 3 minute here. 3 minute. Alright, I gotta chill. That's what I was kept looking around for. Like, oh, is there a reason why I could come back down here? Yeah, 3 minute will be FEG. Hopefully that's it. Hopefully we can continue spooling now. Please. Hey, it looks lit. Looks good. That's a good closure. 15 minutes looking meh, but we'll see. 3 minutes, okay. Can we get some follow through, please? Alright, I make myself laugh too much. I gotta focus. I think we could. Alright, I'm gonna chill on the 3 minute from now. What's the slow here? 61. Yeah. I feel okay about this, yeah. Here, I'm at this point. I'm risking 9 points to make like 80. So we'll see. Hopefully we don't slow down from here. If we could see what I kind of want to. I'll see what happens until 11:30. By 11:30, I want us to be like, hopefully 80% of the way there. Oh no, she's coming back on me. Let's see. I mean, it's a pretty good entry. Just depending when she wants to get there, I guess. Will it be now or will it be later in the afternoon? Hopefully now. Can we punish the people that held shorts for too long? That'd be nice. Yeah, especially 10 a.m. open this high here. I'd like NASDAQ to at least get to there. Right at this point, this is like the RR is this. 69 is here. I mean, nice. I need to pee. Like Alright, I think it won't get here in 3 minutes, so I mean I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. Chair will watch. Maybe this is a good thing, so I don't Alright, nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. Man, I was hoping it would be mooning like last time. It's fine. I really do look at this high here and I'm like, oh, there's so many stops up here, So ideally it goes for that first before down. Which I do think. I mean, we took a ton of sell side. This is 10 a.m. open and definitely would take some partial there. Especially if ES hits this high too. That's pretty good. We have a 15-minute FEG. Now, as long as on ES, not on NASDAQ, so okay, cool. I actually like this. We came back, rebounced this previous candle high near there. Okay, let's see some zoomies. Can we get some spool? Can we get a spool here? Yeah, we need some big up close green candles now. Yeah, we're starting to spool. Stops at break even. Just made a new local high. Let's see the 2-minute, 3-minute. Looks good. We should spool. I want to see more green candles. Take them out. Take them out. Let's see ES. After that inversion play, like if I went long ES here, is it like a similar RR or no? It's probably not even. No, it's probably like a 1-to-1. Yeah, or less. Okay. So cool, I'm fine with taking the NASDAQ. See more up close green candles. Looks good so far. Baby bottle pop. I don't know why that's in my head, I'm sorry. I'll take a deep breath. Come on, there's equal highs here. 10 a.m. open, at least to here. Know what I'm saying? Nice, dude. Okay, ES hit it. Oh, I'll be devastated if that was it, and if that's just like an SMT. I don't think so. I think we're just too close to be doing that. But it's a free trade anyway, right? Let's see. Let's see how it holds up. This 1 minute here. Still got more to go, NASDAQ. Don't give up. Alright, looks good. Nice wick. I'm sorry the wind's back. It ruins my concentration too. So basically I want to see this candle close back up closer to this high, to the upside, and go back up. Spool, baby, spool. We're in the spool section. Spool. This 5 minute on ES. You know what? Ideally it closes higher than that. Look at this 15 minute and finally inverts on NASDAQ. Ew. Yes, that's disgusting. And I don't like that ES hit it and NASDAQ didn't hit it yet. If we invert this on the 1, I might end up just closing my position. Because it just means that the potential spool might be over. And I'm okay with that. Take a tiny win home for Friday. Yesterday's RTH close. It's really unlikely that it does close like a wick, but we'll see. I don't want it to invert this, essentially. The last line in the sand here in this 1 minute. OB. RTH close. Close below this. Low. I'm gonna cancel. And just go home with the, yep. Yeah, I'm gonna close it. Alright. Reason why I'm closing, pretty simple, just ES hit that high, and then now we're kind of fading lower. I wanted it to continue fast from there. Just take a small win home. I'm gonna go, just took like $250. Okay, that's fine by me. Today's a tough day for the bulls for sure. I'm happy I was patient. The bullish setup to happen didn't take a long until whatever that time was, like 11-ish, 10:55, 11. And yeah, gonna definitely request some payouts today. So it's a good week. We're on a good streak. I'm keeping my green nails. I gotta get new green nails today. Yeah. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Pal's burner account. Thank you. Have a great weekend. You're green calling it a day. I agree. It's this might just be, retracement. Maybe it comes back lower later on, and then it's OpEx. Remember that options expiry week. Okay. Good luck and good trading. And if you're still in the longs, maybe it'll work out. Maybe I'm just not patient enough today, and I want to lock in the W so I can lock in my payouts. But see you next time. See you next week on Monday. As always, I'm on Ninja Trader Live. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm on this stream, this channel, same bat time, same channel, 9:15. And yeah, keep a lookout. Be posting some videos this weekend. Ciao. Bye.